channel. Today we're going to be going over how to make a wood planter using a couple of these fence pickets that we just picked up from our local Menards. Usually they're about $2 or $3. These are pre-stained, kind of like in a dark walnut kind of color, and we'll be showing you on how to make one of our wood planters.
First, we cut a straight edge down on each of the fence pickets. We then cut two 1.5 and 1 inch strips. The first cut on the miter saw is for the frame that is underneath the chevron pattern. The frames have 3 different lengths, one for the top and bottom, one for the sides, and one for the middle.
So now we're done cutting out the wooden frame for the wood planter. So now we'll actually be using our new brad nailer, which we have never used before. Usually we just hand nail anything that we need to nail in. So we are super happy to be having a nail gun that we can just use in order to do anything that we need to do. So now we are having a small intermission while he is wiping down one of the jewelry boxes that he has made with purple wood, canary wood, blood wood, and some green epoxy that we've actually made for a customer that we will be sending out shortly.
We first used the clamp the long way in order to keep the frame together, but we learned quickly that wasn't the best way. So this almost happened. Don't do what we did. The better and safer way to nail the frame together is by clamping it to a table.
So as you can see, we are done nailing the frame for where the chevron pattern will go, as you will put the pattern here, and then you will just nail it across this board, and this board.
We cut the 2 inch and 1 inch strips down to size for the chevron pattern. We cut a 45-degree angle on each of the strips of wood. We cut the 2 inch and 1 inch strips down smaller so that it can fit around the chevron pattern onto the frame. Unfortunately, I had to sand down all of the 1 inch strips to take off all of the stain in order for it to be the bare beige color that fence pickets usually are. The last step of the frame is to finally put the chevron strips onto it with securing it with glue and with a brad nailer. Have it set at least 2 hours or overnight so that everything is secure. After the glue dries, use a table saw to cut off the overhang. Use the brad nailer to nail all the panels together. We nailed the 1.5 pieces onto the sides in order to create legs with a 45-degree bevel on the end. Nail 3 1.5 inch strips onto the bottom to hold the paw into place and to let the water flow out. Nail 4 1.5 strips onto the top of the frame. Wait, I meant 1.5 inch strips. nail 4 more 1.5-inch strips onto the bottom of the frame. Cut a 45-degree bevel onto 4 1.5-inch strips and nail it to the top. Voila! Your project is done, and what a nice little wooden planter that you will have for years and years to come.